Ooh, oh my God. We got the lurkers. The lurkers coming back, and you're not liking my black screen. We got one like. Why can't you double tap for this dark screen? Maximum entertainment. Maximum entertainment. And you can't be bothered to give me a single like. Look how entertaining this is. called. She back from the Netherlands. I appreciate you coming through. I'm taking a brief respite. And then I'll probably do like a shower thing, and then I gotta cook some spaghetti. I'll try to come up with a burp for you. Disgusting one. I'll try to make it as disgusting as possible. It'll sound like that. It'll sound worse than that. Yeah, I've been told as much. They say that I'm very romantic, very attractive. I'm a magnet for the ladies of the first year. God damn, son. That was a low blow. Shit. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'm aware of evolutionary biology. Bro, yesterday you were saying I look... You go from complimenting me to saying I look like a fucking caveman. Shit, that... Gotta say, that was a blow to my ego. I don't even know if I can sleep now. Damn. That one hurt. That one hurt. If Crystal was in here, she would have just permanently blocked your ass. No, I don't know that. I think people just say that to poke at me. I know what I look like. And it ain't the best. Yeah, we still don't even know if we're trying to determine if you're a real human being, because none of us know what you look like. Let's see if I can. You're like, why can't I view your channel? You're a sketchy one. Definitely a sketchy one. It looks like a hand in front of a face and a dog or something. Plant. Yeah. Not a real human. Not a real human. Christina, we appreciate you coming through. Then show me. How do I verify it? You can never give a clear answer. Why? Why is she crying? I don't know what I missed. I mean, I said hello to Christina. And then I see you crying. I think we might have 2 bots in the chat. Two bots and one is crying. And one is laughing. But I'm getting the views. So I'm not complaining. Fuck that. No, we just don't know for real. But honestly, like every person has told me that you're probably not a real person. But I don't really care. It might be a language barrier thing, or cultural barrier. I mean, you've seen at least 3 people say that, and then I've had at least 2 others tell me off stream. It's not about knowing you, it's about the way that you... When you do this long enough, you learn to identify certain patterns. And real people tend to interact in a certain way. And then you have people who are real who make fake accounts to like fuck with you. Then you have bots. Like there's a whole bunch of different options. But I'm not saying that I'm convinced that you're not a real person. I'm saying that I'm not sure that you are. Because you be doing some red flaggy stuff. Saying some red flaggy things. But I'm still here talking to you. And I got the magical hands. We're not going to go over it again. I mean, I've explained that to you like several times. Which is another weird thing, that you always ask the same questions. Like you don't remember that we just talked about it 2 days ago. But yep, here's the hands. Do you mean that I speak too quickly? Because I don't really speak very quickly. Yeah, no, I believe you. JD. How do I know JD? He's a mod on my channel. Did you change your name or something? And what is, explain how I know you, real quick. Like where? Alright, well, fuck you. Well, he's not on a list, he's just not a mod anymore. Dude can't even explain where we met. You're only on the list until you, like, actually show something that's not just a hand in front of a face and say weird, cryptic stuff like you don't have any other social media. And but we're on to you. I'm just keeping you around for now because you're helping me with the views. We don't actually get watch hours from live streams. So it's actually better to do long form or shorts, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I'll try to catch your stream. We're probably gonna do like a shower stream in a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna fall asleep. I gotta make the food. I'm skeptical, but if I see it, I'll stop through. Hold on a second. How many subscribers do you have? Because I can't view your channel, and you still sketchy as hell. Nobody's gonna be liking this. But I am about to do another shower stream. 7. Christina. Fuck you. Oh shit. I didn't mean to delete that, Aram. Shit was happening too quickly. But we gotta get Christina out of here with that shit. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna go get my apple juice. Appreciate it, Jim. I don't know who Christina is. I don't know who Iram is. It's just Christina kept saying shit about she's like 7 years old or something. And we ain't fucking with that out here. Iram is probably one of my old trolls who's pretending to be like a woman from the Netherlands. But she also might be a real person, so we keep her around as a pet. And she gives me compliments about my appearance, which is another red flag, because I know people be doing that shit to make fun of me. And she talks about my hands. Yeah, see if you can find out if she's real. Because we got people that just come out here to fuck with me. And I'm in it like I'm trying to bulk right now, so I'm eating like crazy carbs and calories, so I get sleepy. And I wake up at like 3 or 4 a.m. So like right now I want to go to sleep, but I can't really do it. So we're probably about to get in the shower, and then I'm gonna make some spaghetti. Somebody get Crystal in the house. Yeah, we don't know about the genuine part is the question. Anybody can type something. I mean, I could go on anybody's channel and be like, oh, you are fucking gorgeous. We'll see the wicked arm. Shit feels real good. Life happened. And it's still happening, unfortunately. Fucking hair. We gotta find some underwears. Hairstyle. If you saw me on like Instagram or Facebook, you would. This is short hair for me. My hair used to be like down here, and my beard used to be big. So I'm not very much Jesus right now. Although I am ordained in the Christian church, and I do teach the Bible and theology and epistemology and philosophy, logic, which you already know. And it was the first red flag that I had, because you kept saying weird shit, and I would try to redirect you to sources that would answer your questions, but you seemed rather dense. Mountain man. Yes, I have been called God by many. I just hesitate to accept the mantle because of my humility. Alright. We'll walk outside and smoke a cigarette, since I have 3 or 4 people here. I'll try to hide the bicep from my cohabitants here, when possible. Yeah. I don't know if religion certainly didn't ruin my life, but it taught me. I mean, I think reading the Bible is the #1 cure to religiosity, which is why I try to teach about it, especially the older parts. I'm fucking looking rough out here. This is pre-shower bug. Somebody bring Crystal in here. She's probably sleeping. I don't know what time it is in California. Yeah, look at my fucking face. Got the sleepy eyes. Look like I got stung by a bee. God damn. I'm not showing that. Hopefully it'll look different later. So Jem, you are a theist. You believe that some God exists objectively in reality? I didn't think that was the case. You don't know that Jesus existed. You believe that Jesus existed. We went over this before, and I told you to look into epistemology. Learn the distinction between belief and knowledge, and how you come to ascertain beliefs. Look into the Gettier problem. Yeah, Jim, that's a common thing for people that have been through what we've been through. Yeah, still the same shit. Astrology, Jesus. I feel like if you actually cared about this stuff, then you would spend time looking into it and not just proclaiming it blindly. Like I teach this stuff. I offered to teach you, which is one reason, it's the first reason why I thought you weren't a real person. And it's why I still don't believe that you're a real person. If you actually had a desire to know the truth, then you would be putting in effort to investigate these claims. Jim, you're joking, but I was about to say no, you haven't. But I realized that's not a truth statement. We're making some big changes here, and I'm gonna be spending a lot less time trying to support other channels and shit, because 80% of the time I regret it, and I've wasted a fuck ton of money on people who care about me and don't show up when I need them. So we're gonna be doing more educational stuff, and I'm planning to do a logic video later today to explain the logical absolutes in a simple way that non-academics can understand. I'll probably draw a little diagram or something. There is that's the it's definitionally one truth. Truth is objective. Iram. This is why I fucking beg you to go learn about this shit. And I can tell you haven't Googled the word epistemology one time since we talked first. There is one truth. That's the meaning of truth. It's the first logical absolute. It's the law of identity. A equals A. A cannot equal not A. And it can't be either or both. It can't be, only A or B, or A and B at the same time. A equals A. Truth is truth. Objective reality is one thing. And it should be your goal to believe as many true things as possible and as few false things as possible if you want to successfully navigate reality. This is some basic shit. No, I was talking to Uram. I mean, I've got a scientific background also, but no, science is based on logic. A always equals A. We couldn't conduct science if this weren't the case. There are 3 rules in logic, and they're very simple. The law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and the law of excluded middle. Yes, this is a different subject. I mean, hypotheses are designed to evolve. That's the point of a hypothesis. We're talking about truth claims and reality. Science doesn't make proclamations about truth. Science makes approximations about truth and then tries to refine those approximations until we get as close as possible to reality. I've made a few hypotheses in my time. Yep, I'm all about philosophy also. But philosophy deals more in possibilities and, is odd problems, morality, which I'm also super into. No, I wish I had more people who actually gave a fuck about this stuff, because to me it's about the most important topic that you could engage in. And moral philosophy is another one of my big interests. What makes an action moral? Why should we choose to make a moral action over one that is either amoral or immoral? And I have pretty decent arguments for all that. It's all going to be lurkers at this time. Yep, they're interesting and important questions, but the answers to most of them are pretty simple, in my perspective, or from my perspective. Yes. As I've told you like 4 or 5 times, Iram, it's the theory of knowledge and belief. I know we have a language barrier. No, that's not quite right. Knowledge is a subset of belief. So everything that you know, you also believe, but not everything that you believe is knowledge. It's the same as, squares and rectangles. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. In the same way that knowledge is belief, but not all belief is knowledge. I know you say that I speak very quickly, which I don't, but there's a language barrier. So I'm cutting you some slack. Glenn, the gay guy, is in the house. No, we're not worried about intelligence, and I'm not. I don't mean to. I'm not saying that nobody is. I'm not comparing my intelligence to anybody. I'm just trying to simplify these concepts so that I can actually get it through to you. And after like 4 or 5 or 6 times, it gets odd and frustrating, because I've explained this same thing to you like several times, and you always say the same thing, like, I'll look into it. But I'm not calling anybody stupid, and I'm not calling myself smart. I might, though. Yeah, when I was in undergrad, I spent a lot of time tutoring on debate and logic and all that stuff. It's about the only thing that gives me purpose at this point, either teaching people or changing their minds on positions that they already hold, and explaining to them that they came to the conclusions through faulty reasoning. It's about the only thing that you can leave behind, impacts that you make on other people. Aside from possessions or property that you leave to family members or friends. This is something that almost everyone doesn't know, and it's kind of terrifying. No, I'm still gonna be the same person, but we gotta change the YouTube formula. It's not healthy the way I've been engaging with other people. You convince yourself. I've got fucking dust on my ceiling fan. I have a problem of convincing myself that the people that I sit here and talk to through the screen are like real life. It doesn't matter. I've been fucking up, and I was a dumbass for a long time. So we gotta rewrite the formula. Yet another reason why you should study epistemology. Skepticism is not a sin, it's a virtue. You shouldn't trust a person who's not skeptical. Anybody who bullies you, send them to my fucking stream and tell them to go live with me. You should see how I smashed these dudes a few days ago. It was 4 people at one time. I mentioned a few. I guess, big words from their perspective. And a bunch of them jumped on me and said, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He just said a bunch of words. And so I was just getting out of the shower, and I was like, all right, let's go do this. And I just walked outside with my wet ass hair. I don't even know if I was wearing a shirt. And I just smashed the fuck out of them, and all 4 of them left. 2 of them actually subscribed to me, I think. 2 of them just pussied out. But I get the concept of internet trolling. And in my younger days, I had a bit of a temper. So sometimes that, I mean, I think Jim has seen that before. I've gotten better like through the YouTube thing. When I met Jim, I had just started YouTube, and I didn't know how to respect other people's channels properly. So I think I kind of hurt her a couple times. Not being considerate of what I was doing. But when it's on my channel, I don't give a fuck. Like I will go. I'll get ruthless. No, I'm not talking about your channel, man. If somebody thinks I'm misinformed, tell them to talk to me about it. If I'm misinformed, I want to be corrected. I was talking about the guys who showed up on my shower stream. But I did fuck them up. Iram, I think ignoring people might be one of your problems. Not to be, I mean, I don't, it may come off as insulting at this point, but you do have me frustrated after talking this many times. You might have refined your beliefs a bit more, and you wouldn't be talking about how you know Jesus existed and how astrology signs somehow impact the outcome of your life. Jim's gonna be a lot nicer than me, and she's about to go, but I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, they came. I mean, I don't know if they came while I was in the shower, but the stream went on for like an hour after that. I got like 4 watch hours from it. But you're about to miss the shower stream. Astrology, not astronomy. I wish she would look into astronomy more than astrology. You do astronomy. I guess that makes sense. I thought you said your phone was dead. Are we gonna do this shower thing? I don't know if you like it or not, but you often bring it up. And even when I questioned you about it, you were like, hey, don't worry, just tell me your sign. Beliefs matter, man. Because beliefs influence actions. And actions are what? affect everybody else around us. Forgotten knowledge. Oh, God. I can't do this today. Let's just talk about casual shit. If you want to request something like me to talk about something, maybe in a short or in a long form video, then I will make some educational stuff for you. Oh, good God. If you keep that shit up, I'm just gonna time you out. Jim, are you fucking serious? Do you actually believe that? Or are you just... I see the little wink thing, so I think you're being funny. If you're not being funny, then just, I don't care, but that's... Y'all are about to have me sweating at... No, you don't have to. I'm just asking, are you serious, or were you being funny? I think you're being funny. I think I know you well enough by now. Just that, after the other comment, my guard was... I got tismatic. Sometimes I'll be getting tismatic. Yes. Environment. I don't think anybody would... I don't think any human alive would, or anyone that has the capacity of abstract thought would disagree with that. Capacity for abstract thought. That is too broad of a question, Iram. I do hope you look into the stuff that we've already talked about, and we don't just keep like cycling through random questions that waste both of our time. Like, I'd like to see you change some, at least consider some of the conclusions that you've reached, and not just keep showing up asking me I don't know the adjective to use without being insulting, but you got to put in some work if you actually want to learn about this stuff. Like, I can't just sit here and tell you. I think one of your problems is that you just listen to what people tell you and you assume that it's truth. But you can't go through life having people just tell you what to believe. That's how slavery came about. Like, you don't want to be a slave to your own or to other people's minds. Good God, Jim. I'll make a video on epistemology, syllogistic logic, analytical logic, the logical absolutes. I have a feeling you're not joking about the Reiki thing. We are doomed. And you're not even in America. America's educational system has doomed us, but apparently Canada is not. Apparently Canada's not too far ahead. We got fucking Reiki practice going on. I don't believe that the word high school you were going through some rough shit around that time, I think. So it's nobody's fault. You didn't graduate no school. What the hell does that mean? Like you didn't make. I guess. That's an iffy one. I was like, did you not graduate high school? And he said no school. Does that mean like you didn't make it through the first grade? Oh. Did you make it through the 5th grade? Yeah, no, that's what I thought you meant. You managed to scrape through the 9th grade. It do be tough sometimes. Shit was rough for me at that point in my life. Rough home environments. And we both have a similar, you went to Catholic school. I don't know for how long, but from 4th grade through senior year, I was in 3 different Christian schools. I got expelled from one. I got held back in my 7th grade year. Not because I was stupid, but because I failed Latin and math. But the teachers just didn't know that I was going through some shit when I got home from school. And they were expensive schools, you have to pay every year. I may do that, but I think that would come later. I think I'll start just like coming out, hitting hard with some real shit, so that people who actually know about the topics will realize like, hey, he's not just bullshitting. And then eventually if people have questions like, hey, how did you learn this? Or, what's your background? I'll get into that, because it veers into giving away my personal info. And there's only about 4 or 5 of you guys who know who I am in real life. I can't say I loved Latin, but it was somewhat important, because I went on to study linguistics for a few years, and many of our languages stem from Latin in some way or another. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not even so much that I sucked. It's just that, like, I mean, yeah, I guess I sucked, but the reason I sucked was not. It wasn't my fault. Like there was stuff wasn't good outside of school. Yeah, we sang. I sang a few Latin songs. I don't really remember them. No, I bet you did well in choir. When I was in 7th grade, I don't know if it was an elective, but yeah, I don't even know if it was like a choir class, but it was like this big professional guy who came to teach us. And since I had been held back a year, I was, I think, the only person that he assigned as a bass singer, which I was far from being a bass singer at that point. But I think he was just comparing me to other like 13-year-olds. We went through the whole SATB thing, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and I think we did a couple performances, like old classical shit. But we also performed with the older students, like the seniors and sophomores, juniors. How is it that of all times, like the times that you stick around, Jim, it's like when I'm not doing shit. The times when I'm actually doing something, you'll pop in and be like, hey, what's up? And you fucking dip. What is the meaning of this? I could be unapologetically me and then be monetized in 3 years. Or I can try to work with the system and still be myself, but me sitting here doing this shit is not gonna make much progress. And also on live streams, you don't get view hours, you know? Is that right? Live streams. Yeah, Fabulous Me was telling me that on live streams, you don't get view hours. I believe that's what she said. I don't know, we'll have to double check with her. I haven't slept well for 16 years, Iram. I'm immune to sleep at this point. I'll have to remember exactly what she said, because now I'm feeling iffy about it. It wasn't. It's something that you only get on shorts and long form, but I can't remember. No, I was talking about Fabulous Me. It'd be exhausting to think that much in life. If I wasn't thinking, I wouldn't be alive anymore. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe if I hadn't thought as much, I would have lived a lot longer. I think that's more accurate. But the most intelligent people are often the least happy. This is statistically demonstrable. Intelligence has a positive correlation with depression. You can also Google the curse of knowledge or look up the research on intelligence and mental illness, depression, autism, drug use, addictive tendencies, substance abuse disorder, difficulty forming relationships and maintaining them, yeah, no, I believe you've done some reading on that. It's really scary to see things. Yeah, yep. That's why education is so important. We be having dumbasses out here. I'm just being funny when we do have dumbasses, but I'm not saying anybody here is a dumbass. But they do be existing, especially in America, where the average IQ is about 2.5 points below the global average. And in my state, where it's something like 5 points below the global average. You're not a dumbass. Nobody gonna be calling you a dumbass on my channel. Now stop calling yourself dumbasses. I was just being funny. Y'all are both smart, I'm sure. I know Jem is smart. I don't know if Aram is a human, but if she is, she's probably not a dumbass. And if she's a robot, then she's certainly not a dumbass. Yeah, Jem, you should go back and watch that. You don't have to go back, but shoot, it's not their fault. I think there's a lot to unpack in that statement, but I get what you mean. We're all different here. Aram. Assuming that you're a real human for just an instant. Me and Jem both relate to that. I can speak for her on this. We welcome the different. We just don't like the fake. And the people who keep fucking taking advantage of me for my money and then act like dicks or don't fucking care about me when I need them. But yeah, that video, Jem, you saw, you would have seen me I did a dance, a wet hair open shirt dance with the high school band playing outside. It was a spectacle to behold. I think we had a decently hot stream. I'm not joking. Like I mean, it wasn't like a fucking extravagant. I was just like, moving around and stuff, but I did dance. I think it was a first for the channel. But I do be dancing when the time comes. Sometimes the time be coming, and it be coming hard, like really hard. You've been used by your friends' boyfriends? That sounds tragic. No, that definitely is tragic, if that's what I think it means. That was before Jem was under the protection of the bug. That is yet to be determined, Jem. It's still up for consideration. I don't think anybody's gonna make fun of you. If they make fun of you, then Jem will time them out, or I'll time them out. Unless you're talking about me. I didn't mean to make fun of you. I think I was just like reading it in real time. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, I can't help it. I apologize for what I am. They made me into a monster. I'm a goddamn beast. I can't help it. You were sarcastic. Do you mean as like I possess a thing called sarcastic? Or did you? I can't. I'm just fucking with you. That would have been too far. So y'all coming in here with me? I've got a thing where I can mount it and just show straight inside. Just give the full show. All right, Jim. So it's just me and Iram in the shower, and plus the 3 lurkers. I guess let's get to it. It's about to be shower time. Shower time, and then spaghetti time. If you want me to burp, I'll make one. I'd have to. I know burping is Iram's favorite thing, especially from the bug burp. No, we're gonna have a burp coming. I just gotta build it. shower pans.
The bug has to remain off screen for the time being. Or YouTube will get me in trouble. You heard it. I didn't even plan that, but it did. It came out. My hair looks soggy and wet. We don't have the hair right now. This is my new hair. It's the new style.
Back to the AI. You may have deceived Jim, but I can see through your tricks. Ain't nobody out here calling me cute. You went too far, too quick. I know the tactics. That's not on YouTube. You gotta go somewhere else to find that. It is out there, but it's not here. No, there's nothing wrong with being cute. It's just I'm not that. The bug is not cute. You even said it yourself. The bug is a Homo sapiens. The bug is a fucking caveman. So don't be playing games with me, Iram. The caveman don't play games. All right, we're down to 0 viewers, so we're gonna slide out and come back later.